What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Flawless Fantasy Football. I hope you guys enjoyed week one. We've got a lot to cover. Hopefully you guys are in great positions for tonight. Hopefully you won already. If not, don't fret. Again, this is about fine-tuning your teams. Fine-tuning your team so you can know how to move and navigate going forward, okay? That's why I share these things with you guys. I let you know that time when I had Peyton Manning, he threw for 55 touchdowns and 7 touchdowns week one. I lost that week, but won the championship, okay? So never, and last year, the game when I went to the championship game, I was 0-2 before I went on my tear. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. I'm even talking to the ones that won as well, so don't get too uppity. You always got to stay grounded. You can't slip because the competition is always on your heels. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. First off, by the time you're seeing this video, I had already put out on the community tab. I just did it prior to this video. I put out the snap shares because we're going to talk about two of the people that Flawless Fantasy Football endorsed. Yours truly, that didn't shake up too well. I don't know. Well, we know why Cole Kmet didn't do well, because he had 0 points and it was a monsoon. It was a monsoon in that game, 49ers versus Chicago. You know, so they were playing. They might as well have been playing at Wet and Wild or a water park, because that's how wet it was out there. Justin Fields and everybody sliding around all over the place. So my Niners lost to that. So maybe it was because a certain running back glassed out. We'll get to that too. But I kind of don't want to knock Cole Kmet for a 0, because again, this is a team. This is a team game, guys. A team game. Not every guy is going to pop off and do what Josh Allen did. Not everybody's going to pop off and do what Jonathan Taylor did or whoever else. Saquon Barkley had a good day too, so good for him. But yes, so I don't know. Some of you guys may feel like you're panicking. Oh, I'm worried about Cole Kmet. Like my dude Canoa Bill said, like, God, dog, you know what I'm saying? What you want to do? I see if it was a clean-cut game, dry game, and then he gave you a 0. I'd be like, okay, something to worry about, But it's like last year I played Brady. If you guys remember, I think it was week 3. It was on a Sunday night game. He played against the Patriots. Remember he played against the Patriots, Tampa Bay and the Patriots? And he gave me like 12 fantasy points. Like 12. He had this worst game. He didn't throw a touchdown. I think he had a pick or 2. I can't remember. 12 points. I got in my feelings, benched him the next week, because I had Jalen Hurts. Benched him because Jalen Hurts was putting up like 30s and stuff like that, Surely enough, I benched him. Jalen Hurts put up a 24.5, and Brady put up like a 39, close to 40. Okay? So those rain games are going to happen. You got to take the good with the bad, all right? So again, with Mike Williams, it was starting to feed Keenan Allen more, just because, I don't know why, just because he had 4 catches. But he glassed out with a hamstring. I told y'all guys about Keenan Allen. And if you look at the community tab, I posted up a target share for the Chargers. And surely enough, the routes running by Mike Williams out there, he had the snaps. He was in 60-some snaps. It just Justin Herbert decided that he wanted to split the field and just share the wealth, So it is what it is. But I doubt that be the case this Thursday night playing against Kansas City. They're going to need to throw the ball. So Mike Williams with no Keenan Allen should give you a bounce back game you need for this week. So Cole Kmet and Mike Williams underperformed this week. But since when do everybody on the fantasy team just blowing up 30s, 20s, 18s? That don't happen like that. It's a team effort, okay? Let's move forward. I don't have to ask you guys, but I'm going to ask you anyway. You remember the 2 golden nuggets video that I made out? 2 golden nuggets. Undrafted golden nuggets. With the guy with the emoji, with holding the nugget, looking at it like this on the thumbnail. It was about it was in regards to San Francisco running backs, and Nigel Harris is back up. In my bold prediction show, I said one major running back will miss a significant time. Well, there's two of them. Just so happened it was the same two that I highlighted. Nigel Harris is back up, Jalen Warren. Now everybody's going to go and try to pay a price for him because I told you guys, find a way to squeeze him on your rosters. All right? He on all three of mine, so it is what it is. He's taking his ass right into the flex, but one of the flex spots. Because a couple of my leagues have two flex spots. You're going right into the flex, homeboy. So, it's to be determined if after Elijah Mitchell's injury, because Glass, I told you I'm a Niner fan, the dude Glass, but after his injury, a lot of people think it's going to be Jeff Wilson, guys. I just don't think it's going to be Jeff Wilson. And if it is Jeff Wilson, it's not going to be a good Jeff Wilson. He's just going to be the receiving back, and they'll be doing like a lot of that stuff that they were doing last year with Deebo Samuels. I don't know if they want to do that, though, especially when you got undrafted rookie Jordan Mason. And I believe, based on my research, that Tyron Davis-Price got leapfrogged by him on the depth chart. Now, some of the depth charts have both of them equal behind Jeff Wilson, but I've heard nothing about Tyron Davis-Price, and he was actually a healthy stretch this week. Now, some people say it was because Jordan Mason offers special teams benefits. Could be, But I believe Mason is still the more dynamic. So you might be able to go out and get Mason. I wouldn't touch Wilson. I just don't think he doesn't have it anymore. He might have the tenure, but I would still go for the home run here. I would go for Jordan Mason. It might be Price. That's the thing. Nobody knows yet, so you can still probably go get Mason. Swing for the fences. Don't try to lay down bunts, man. Don't try to lay down bunts. Swing for the fences. All right? So, let's go back to Nigel Harris real quick. He got hurt late in the game. Didn't come back in for the overtime and stuff like that. It was reported that he was in a walking boot. It's unknown how much time he's going to miss. I'm sure it's looking like a good month. Some reports said it's not that serious. It's not the end of the year type thing. But again, I said it was based on him having to overcompensate for that mild mid-Liz Frank injury they had before, that it could have became problematic. And I'm not saying it had anything to do with that, but when you got an injury, you're subconsciously favoring that, and the slightest mix-up can you can get rolled up on. So that sucks for Nigel Harris. Hopefully he can come back and be healthy, because I'm not wishing ill will on anybody, but that's the nature of the beast. People get hurt. People that's how people get their opportunity, is through injuries in football. Let's not be crazy. It's not basketball where, the sixth or the seventh man come off the bench because somebody get hurt, now he's a star. No, but that's how it works in football. So you guys can try to go out and get Jalen Warren. I tried to tell you to get him. You saw my drafts. You saw how I made sure he was all on mine. So if you got him, great. But you need to go try to pick him up. He's going to be the number one ad in fantasy, Jalen Warren. But you might be able to get Jordan Mason or Tyron Davis-Price that went undrafted, made a swing at the fences of one of them two. I prefer Mason, but it's totally up to you, because I just think Elijah Mitchell's done. He's not going to get another chance. It's too glass. Coach kind of pissed off at him. Dak Wilson. Might as well be Dak Wilson. The way his hand's going to be messed up for when throwing and hit that one guy's hand. But they were already getting, Dallas was already getting breaks beat off him. But Dak Prescott, he's going to be out for 3 to 8 weeks. He's going to have his surgery on his thumb, on his hand today actually. So unfortunate for him, but that offense looked like trash anyway. And RIP to the CeeDee Lamb owners. But it might. Maybe the other guy might come in and start gunslinging, because Dak don't pepper. I told y'all guys, Dak don't pepper. He don't pepper nobody. So CeeDee Lamb, he's going to have a tough go at it. Hopefully the backup come in and actually start giving some juice. T. Higgins had a concussion, so all those Boyd lovers, I know John Scotty, you're a Boyd lover. Like, maybe I should pick up Boyd. Look, okay, the dude's out for concussion. So it's only be 1 or 2 weeks. But here's the deal with T. Higgins. That's why T. Higgins could never be a low-end wide receiver one, because he stayed missing games. It's concussion this, it's concussion that. He's going to miss another game or two this year after the concussion. He just can't stay on the field, and that's why Jamar Chase is going to always have a safe upper floor, because he's not, he's always going to be number one on that team, and it's T. Higgins is just unreliable. And you got Keenan Allen out with a hamstring, obviously, and Godwin left the game as well. Godwin should have never been playing, if you ask me. So it is what it is. So I'll be doing an episode. I'll drop that Tuesday. It'll be a waiver wire show. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna post up. Get my quarterback. It's not gonna be any quarterbacks much going on as far as on the waiver wire show. But as far as running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends, and defenses, we're going to do a waiver wire show straightly committed to that. I'll make sure I had it for you guys early as possible on Tuesday, okay? So there's some tight end options out there. Again, we don't want to chase points, but we got to look at it and be like, hey, maybe it's something here, maybe it isn't. Matt Jones, actually, he left. He had an MRI. He had an issue, but the MRI came back negative, so he's good to go. Aaron Rodgers, whew. Tough day. They need Lazard back out there. This happened actually helped Lazard. This helps Lazard. So if somebody had went out there and that long deep pass in the first, I think it's the first drive, and it dropped through old boy hands, that one Rick Christian Watson, and Aaron was like, look towards the sideline, what the hell is this freaking dude doing out here? Look, Watkins, none of those guys are the answer. And you already know what the little slot guy is. He's no option. He needs a number one out there. Lazard wasn't out there, so I'm sure he's going to make that. Let me explain something to you. I think their offensive line was messed up. They didn't have the number one wide receiver out there. And mind you, last year, Aaron Rodgers played like crap week 1 against the Saints. Crap. Everybody's like, oh my God, he's this, he's that, he's washed. Next freaking week, picked it back up and he dominated, and the Packers end up losing 3, maybe 4 games the whole year, some crap like that. Not saying that's the case, but that's a well freaking ran team with a stud quarterback up there. But yeah, his fantasy performance was disastrous. So Lazard will be back, but at least he gave you the option to put somebody else in, vice leave out early in the game, like other players may have would have did. All right. So Justin Jefferson had a nice day. Saquon Barkley had a good day. I'm happy for him. Swift had a nice day. Tayson Hill, if people had him as their tight end, he had a nice day. But I'm gonna tell you something about Tayson Hill. He had 81 rush yards in the TD. Okay, he had 1 target. He turned into 2 yards. He's a gadget player. Now the good thing for him is because they do that gadget stuff around there, but he is a gadget player. That just call it what it is. So let's talk about Philadelphia Eagles, man. Philadelphia Eagles in that Detroit game was high scoring. I'm gonna tell you something about them. The Eagles didn't even didn't get 1 receiving touchdown at all. 4 rushing touchdowns. Hurts, Miles, Sanders, Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Gainwell, and Boston Scott all ran a touchdown in. A.J. Brown had 10 catches for 55. So all the wide receivers pretty much snapped. They pretty much snapped. That went to the new teams and stuff like that. So they wanted to show their toys and everything. So we'll talk about players that I believe did well just for week 1. And ones that I believe that can continue to do well moving through. I'll give you some options if you want to move. If that scared you with that monsoon with Cole Kmet, I'll give you some tight end options, and we could go from there. All right? So just going to hit on these few points, and we'll hit on others throughout the week. Just want to touch bases with you guys real quick. Don't trip out. It's week 1. Fine-tune that team, or if you won, make sure you build it up even more. Don't let nothing stay out there that somebody else can get that it can possibly be a problem for your team and the league that you're in. All right? So, guys, like this video, Comment, let me know what you thought about week 1. Let me know if you won. Let me know if you're still into it for the night. What things did you learn from week 1? Who's going to be in your lineup moving forward? Who's not? Okay? I'll be totally honest with you. Had I had commit in my second league when I got sniped in the 9th round, remember that league in which I punted and I ended up picking up the Denver tight end? I need that Denver tight end tonight. I need that Denver kicker tonight and that Denver defense. Because I'm going, the other person has one other player. I think I'm down by 11. So sometimes things happen. You end up getting sniping to be a benefit, because had I had that 0 for commit, I'd be in bad shape right now for second league. But I still got a shot. I'm in a dogfight. So it is what it is. Flawless Fantasy Football. Hang in there, guys. Stay tough. I'm going to keep sending you this information from a perspective, unbiased perspective, a perspective that a lot of people are not going to give it to you. You're going to get it here. Flawless Fantasy Football, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Stay focused, stay strong. It's not the end all be all. Let's go get them. Flawless, baby.